New York City has historically had polluted waterways. With a heavy industrial past, many people don't realize who the main polluter is now. It's ourselves and all of our sewage.
For years, New York City has struggled to manage its wastewater system as it has to handle 1.5 billion gallons of raw sewage flushed by New Yorkers every day.
At even the slightest rain, the system can become overwhelmed and that sewage overflows into the rivers.
Newtown Creek, East River, these are all plagued by this raw sewage coming into the waterway every time it rains.
And New York gets a lot of rain. New York gets an average of 40 to 50 inches of rain per year. That's more rain per year than Seattle. The main problem is outdated infrastructure that's surprisingly fragile for a city as big as New York.
The sewer system, when it was first built, was constructed to actually move street water off of streets, to prevent flooding. As sanitary sewage, water from your toilet, your shower, dishwasher became more and more of an issue, the city combined the infrastructure that was under the streets to move water from streets and roads into the waterways into being able to handle sanitary sewage as well.
And when it can't handle the sewage, it ends up in the waterways. After it rains, beaches and shorelines are often affected by this sewage sludge, coming in contact with people enjoying the water nearby. One of the most troubled areas is Newtown Creek in Brooklyn, which is home to one of the treatment plants. The area is considered to be one of the country's most polluted waterways. Though the plant at Newtown Creek was created to help manage this overflow, it still doesn't meet the standards laid out in the Clean Water Act. The stagnant, toxic water sits staggeringly close to many residential communities and poses a number of health risks, including E. coli infections. For now, the Newtown Creek area is a federal Superfund site. While communities wait for the city's infrastructure to catch up, local biologist Sarah Durand is working on other ways to help clean up the rivers.
It would cost billions and billions of dollars to actually separate these pipes. And ultimately that must happen, but it's going to happen over a long time, decades.
In the meantime, she's restoring small tidal marsh habitats with red mussels, which help filter the water. But she says it's not enough. Durand says the city needs to build infrastructure in addition to supporting green movements to protect the waterways and the communities around them. But she worries that cleanup of the area will stagnate unless residents speak up.
So unless the community pushes for this, we'll just get a so-so cleanup where you don't really want to go swimming in it, but you can boat on it. You don't really want to fish in it, but you can watch the fish. But that's not good enough.
For Columbia Television News, I'm Nikki Cheshire.